There is not going to be any Jersey Shore for me. Not this week. Not unless you're a Dolphin. But there were a lot of people at the shore. Well, back in the olden days, they used to have. What's going on? Back in the old timey days, I don't think I went live.
You're not live yet.
I'm not.
There you go.
Oh, you can see it now? Well, there's going to be one heck of a you know what tonight. Let me back up. So I really don't know. No, it was a big deal to have baby parades on the boardwalk when things were much more formal, when my mother was little. But I don't know. The weather was a lot nicer. It's raining here on the East Coast and chilly, of course. And we're only going to be in the 30s for high temperatures several days this week. In fact, I went and looked at the 10-day forecast, and we're in the 30s, mid 30s for several days. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, it's nice to be here on Monday night, Easter Monday. Easter Monday. Welcome, everyone. It is 8 p.m. here at the Old Curiosity Shop. I'm broadcasting to you tonight from the East Coast. I am in New Jersey. I've given you the New Jersey weather report. I will let everybody discuss what the weather is like where they are, what they had for dinner. Now, my mother sent me home with some leftover ham, but I wasn't in the mood for it tonight, so I actually had shrimp. David, what did you... Ooh, I gave it away. I guess everybody know. Well, let's go get him. Are you ready, David? Let's go get you. Elizabeth says it's in the 80s. Well, where are you? Is it Lisbeth? Elizabeth? Let's go get the man behind the curtain. Where is he? Where is he? There he is.
I am here. Hello, hello. Oh, it was warm and muggy today. I told you that. We were in the 80s and all the humidity, but we're gonna cool down for a couple of days, so cannot wait for the cool down. This might be the last cold snap before our actual spring starts.
I believe you may be bespectacled in something new tonight. Are you wearing some new cheaters?
No, these are not cheaters. These are my prescription. I'm just breaking myself, and the doctor says you got to keep wearing them. You got to keep wearing them, so I'm gonna wear them.
Yeah, cheaters. You got eyeglasses on. I haven't seen them on you before.
They're not cheaters. These are prescription. They're not cheaters.
Well, that's what they used to call eyeglasses in the olden days.
Oh, okay.
Regular.
I call cheaters the reading magnifying that you don't need a prescription for.
Okay.
So that's what I call cheaters. Maybe it's regional. I don't know.
Well, David, I want to thank you for being here tonight. It always makes it a lot easier, and the folks really appreciate it. I know, having you there, giving us your I'm sorry, giving us. Yes, was that. Did I look like I was having a moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
You went on a time warp.
Yeah. Just in case. And I know I go through this a lot, but if you're asking me sort of like a personal question or something, there are so many folks here and the questions zip by so quickly that like by the time I even catch part of a question, it's already gone. So I see that, Jeffrey Reed. I know there's a question way up there. I can't scroll up to it, and I'll deal with questions that I think there's something about an invoice, Florida. And I thought I wrote back to you earlier. I saw your email, so I'll get to. I'll cover it And thank you for making that payment. Every once in a while, it's interesting when you do, I don't know, I guess Tammy does the PayPal invoices for you, correct? Yes, David? Does she normally?
Yeah, Tammy does everything.
Funny thing is that sometimes you can type the whole thing in. You can put all the information in and sort of like you hit send, and you just get logged out, and it's weird. You have to log back in, and then you're not really sure. You have to go back and check to see if the invoice went or not. So weird things happen occasionally with the internet. I think we're all accustomed to that. Okay, anyway, so I'll check on that, Florida, but I think I know you and I are in communication on that, so we're good. I've got your runner. And thank you, everyone, for joining. I hope everyone had a nice Easter. I did. Delicious dinner and time with my family. And that was very nice. So I'm glad that you guys did too. And we already chatted. You're welcome, Florida. We already chatted about your Easter, David. You had a nice one.
Nice quiet time.
Okay, good, great. Okay. What we're gonna do now? I'm over here. I'm looking over here, and I'm trying to read. So I know that's annoying. I'll try not to do that. Okay, we've got about 25 items to sell in about 2 hours. We're gonna rock the Casbah. I don't know where those balloons come from. I guess it's because I did that.
Really?
That's what I'm told. That when you do weird things with your fingers, you get all these oddball. I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't. It's very odd. I haven't figured it out yet.
Okay. Well, I just tried a few hand gestures. Didn't work.
Nothing is happening over there, but it looks like you're doing the safety dance.
Well, yeah. Everybody's taking the chance.
Thank you. Woo!
Now I'm doing it.
Yeah, I know. SSSF888ATTT. Why? Okay. Everybody now has an opportunity to be here. Very good. And I shall go ahead and announce to you that if you're new, if you are brand new, do not be shy. It's not a private club. Jump in there and just jump right in, okay? I'm happy to have the old folks and the new folks. I want to welcome everybody that are in the chat, and you at home, wrapped up in the Afghan, on the sofa, just sitting there enjoying yourselves. I'm glad you're here as well. Very much glad you're here. I ship from South Jersey. I will use Pirate Ship to do the cheapest shipping as possible. But if you are new, please make sure that during the live sale, now, please don't pre-register. I don't want you to do that because I'll get bombarded. But if you win something and you're new, send me all the information that I need during the live sale. I'm going to double check at the very end. And if I don't hear from you during the live sale, if you're new, it is up. It's actually in the description box, and it's oldcuriosityshop99@gmail.com. It's also, and I know you can put it underneath. It's a long email, and it sort of covers up a little bit of the bottom of the screen, but my moderator will place it into the chat at various times. Okay, I guess that's it. Pretty much you're conversant with the way the live sales work.
We do have a few new people. They'll get the feel of what's going on. So if you have a question, we'll try our best to answer your question as this goes on.
Okay, fantastic. We're a friendly bunch, and we like to have a good time, and we don't take ourselves too seriously. And let's get the party started because it's almost 10 after. And I'm going to put David in the little private room there in the back. Is that okay, David?
It's nice back here.
It's very nice back there.
I like what you did with it.
How do you like the refreshments?
The refreshments are good.
Good.
I love Ruffles.
We're going to start out tonight at $8. $8 for this is an offer up. So we're going to say we're going to start at 8. If you are interested in this, you will put in the dollar figure that you're willing to pay for it, and then we will count it down after a few minutes, and the winner wins. Now, it's got a flea bite on this ear. The base is in perfect condition. The lid has a fracture, sort of like an inner lip chip. You ever
Max at 8.
You ever bite the inside of your lip and it like, oh, it hurts for days? That's called an inner lip chip. Well, we've got one right here. It's on, you see that? Woo, that's on the inside. And it's not actually a chip, but this got banged, and it's I don't know.
Gloria Boyd's at 10. I believe that's Jeanette glass, isn't it?
It truly is. But you must be aware that that's inside. It hasn't chipped off. It's all there, but it's that little, it's like when a rock hits your windshield on your car. It just went like that. So there's the little deer in pink. I often find the swan, the poodle, and I normally don't find the little Bambi as often. A little powder jar, trinket jar, 1950s, and a Jeanette glass. So
Gloria Boyd still is at 10.
And Deb wants to put her eye makeup removal pads in there. Or remember Stridex pads?
No, I never needed Stridex.
In the 80s? Oh, well, I did back in the 80s. There you have it. Little Jeanette powder jar made in glass, and it dates to about the 1950s.
I had an older sister that took care of my face. Jenny Max at 11.
She smack it off, and I imagine with your fresh mouth.
No, she told me, let's clean your face. And then I was like, why is my face so tight? And she started crying. She goes, you've never had a very clean face. Gloria Boyd's at 15.
Well, we're going to go ahead and count it down, and I'm going to do the finger thing here so that David can account for the lag. He's in Texas, and I'm in Jersey, but he will account for the fact that there is a little bit of a delay, right? We know that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. David will tell me who we have. And while we're, David has put the stop in there. And while he's doing that, we're going to have some reproduction. Not old. It's made within the last 20 years or so. Jade.
Okay, I have LD at 20 before the stop.
Thank you.
LD.
LD. Lucky day. Hey, listen, LD, you are new to me, I think, and I love it. I'm so happy to have new folks. Welcome, everybody. Round of applause for LD. Reverse. LD, will you go ahead and send for me? Now, this is very important. Everybody, now don't get, everybody says, oh, you have to say that every time? Yes, I do, because half the time you guys don't do it right. Okay. Oh, it's Lynn DeFample. Well, Lynn, you're not new. You're old, girl. Keep going. Lynn, thank you. Didn't know you changed it to I got you, Lynn. All right. But if you are new, remember your name, your mailing address, the name that you chat over, your PayPal email address. I need all of that. Lynn, thank you. Next up at $12, we have 2 pieces of jadeite. They're not old. And we'll go ahead and we'll let you put that on there for us. Thanks, Lynn. This has a rose pattern, and I don't keep up with who makes, and you know, I know there's, you could get it at Cracker Barrel, and there's Pioneer Girl or whatever, and Martha Stewart and all that. So, okay, made in Brazil, made in China. I don't really follow who made it or where it came from, but it is reproduction jadeite. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a cream and sugar. There are no chips or cracks. And, you just might want to have a couple pieces of jadeite in your house, and you don't necessarily want to buy the old stuff because, well, if it gets broken, then very expensive to
Karen K is at 12, Cindy's at 14, Karen K is at 18.
Okay. So there's a not cabbage rose. There's a rose pattern on it. And cream and sugar. No chips, no cracks.
Karen K's at 22.
You know, not bad. It has the Depression era look to it. So you can use these every day. And the high bid right now is 25 with
now 28.
Sin Rouge. Is it Sin Rouge? I think that's what it says. Okay, 10. We'll count the jadeite down. 10. We keep it rolling here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. I rarely test anything with the black light. I had one, but it broke, so I stepped on it. I'm always stepping on things. Jeffrey.
I have Karen K at 30.
Karen, and those are with Karen K. Karen, thank you. I've got it. Okay, Karen, thank you. Karen K at 30. Next up, we're going to start at $15, and we've got a blue coffee, a little. I love this thing, and I know it came in different colors. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, everyone who placed your bids. Keep it rolling. $15 is where we start on the blue coffee pot. It's made in the United States of America. Well, it was. It's not made. Nothing is made. Well, I shouldn't say nothing. Oxford stoneware. Take a look at the bottom. Made in the USA. How do you like? Oh, I love the handle too, Jenny. I love that handle. See? Cool. Do you get the feel of the 30s and the 40s on that? It's small. It's going to hold, no more than 3 or 4 of the old-fashioned size cups of coffee. There is a tiny, and I mean the size of the head of a pin. That's a flea bite. Any bigger than that, and those fleas are on something. Then it's a chip. So $15 rather on this blue. This is made of ceramic, and it's a 1930s and 40s era piece. You have a steam hole in the lid. It's clean on the inside. You can use this. Indeed you can. And I think these came in various colors. So it's just, use it or decorate your kitchen with it. Do we have any bids? I don't think we do.
No bids yet.
Okay, that means we're going to put it down. We'll come back to it at the end. I do move pretty quickly here, so don't be shy now. We'll let it go for another second here and see if a bid jumps in. And if not, we'll come back to it. We'll bring it back at the end of the night. She's getting dipped tomorrow. What's getting dipped? That's what I get for trying to read the chat.
A puppy with fleece.
Oh, what's that got? Okay. No.
Doris Stalling is in at 15.
All right, Doris, you got the high bid at 15. We're going to count it down. We'll give it a second. Justine, if you want to jump in there again, because you're both at 15, but Doris is ahead of you there. Teresa, if you don't have PayPal, if you win something, let me know. I don't have PayPal. You've got to tell me that. And I can send you an invoice and you can check out for free. No problem. I simply send you an invoice as a guest, and then you can use whatever payment type that you want. But don't forget to tell me in your email if you win. Otherwise, I'll send you an invoice and it'll never get to you. Okay. So I did happen to see that. All right, Teresa. So you're fine. You can bid without PayPal. The high bid is $15, and it's Doris. We're counting it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do I hear the puppy? I think I hear your puppy whining. Is he whining?
Yeah, he's happy to see me.
Oh, he's playing. We'll let you show him during intermission. It looks
Oh,
like
I'll pick him up because he's being needy right now. I have
Doris outbid her.
Doris. She outbid herself, so she's good at 15.
Doris, you got a deal on that. Doris Stalling, $15. Okay, good for you. Yay. She's got it. Doris, thank you. Thank you, everyone who placed bids. And next we have a pretty. Ooh, that's a pretty.
Ooh, that's gorgeous.
Last rose of summer. This is $10. We're going to start at $10 with no chips or cracks. That's going to measure about 9.5 inches across. I will hold it still, which is not easy for me to do. It's got 2 tab handles. It is unmarked on the back. That is tape residue, which I didn't completely remove. And the yellow roses, no, it's unmarked, Philip. The yellow roses are a decal, so this is a transfer on here, not hand painted, and it's gilded around the edges. Yeah. And so, will you be having the ladies over for luncheon in the next few days? I think your cannolis would look wonderful on that.
Or your leftover Easter ham.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's actually, I think I can see my hand through it, which means if I can see my hand through it, is that not bone china?
Bone china.
I know I can't get you to see it, but you'll have to believe me when I tell you I can actually see my fingers through it. And so I'm going to probably say it's bone china that somebody decorated. All right. Where are we on this? $10. And we
Philip
have
Lane's in at 10.
All right.
For the first bid.
Let me see the bottom again, Philip. No, there is no mark. A blank from somewhere, Germany or France. And then it was decorated. When you count down to number 1, the balloon pops up. Ah! Let's see if it happens.
Well, how celebratory is that?
I don't know. I don't know. How many folks do we have here tonight? I don't have my laptop open. So
285 right now.
285. That's great. Wonderful.
Nice. I do a better one than that. Hold on.
You do, because you've been. It's more like. No.
Here we go.
It's more like.
Nice.
All right. While you're picking the ham out of your teeth, I'm going to count this down. We do have a bid, right? Yeah, Philip, somewhere. 10, 9.
Linda's Surface at 12.
8, 7, 6.
Philip's at
5,
15.
4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Ooh. Ooh. Okie doke.
Okay, I need to refresh. We had a late bid.
Give
me 1 moment.
I'm going to give it to you. I think next up are the flower frogs. I've got
flower frogs. Hey, buddy, calm down. Linda Surface, SERFASS at 17.
It's yours, Linda. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you kindly. Next up, if you'll start us off at $20. Thank you, Linda. $20 is where we start. Bear with me as I go down to the floor and pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flower frogs. Now, if you watched the preview video, I only had 6, but I found another one and I added. So you're getting 7 glass flower frogs. 7 of them. $20 is where we start. What a deal. Now, I'm not going to be able to hold probably all of these up. 1, 2, 3, 5 of them are the same. These 5 are exactly the same. I'll show you the other two in a minute. These 5 frogs all contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They have 11 holes.
Philip Lane's at 20.
All right. None of them are chipped. None of them are cracked. Right? I think I counted 11. 5 of them are identical. Yeah. So that's
Marianne Henry's at 25.
That's the 5 of these. Sorry, they
Mr.
make
G's at 26.
they
Philip's
make
at
funny
27.
noise. All right, they're all the same. And then there are 2 more that are individuals. They go with it. This one is much taller.
Do you have a question? They want to know what they're used for. These were originally made for flower arrangements in pottery or glass vases. Lately, because no one's been doing that, you can use these and repurpose it. They hold marbles. You can hold pins. A lot of antique shops have them at their desk, holding pencils and pens. Artists use them for brushes. So multi-use.
Thanks, David.
You are at 35, Mr. G.
This is tall with a domed top, and this one also has 11 holes, but it's a thicker, chunkier, taller one with more of a domed top. And then the final one has this large hole in the middle. I don't know. You could maybe stick a candle in there if you wanted, or something with a big stem. What would you stick? I guess I'd stick a big old rhubarb in there.
Bok choy.
A big old bok choy?
I don't know. A celery stalk.
So that has 11 holes. And so in other words, they all have 11 holes. These 2 are different from the other 5. But this is I've never actually seen one where one of the holes is a larger size in diameter than the others. So very interesting. I don't know how hard that is to find, but so there they go. Rhubarb. Yes, my grandfather used to grow rhubarb in that garden, and we weren't allowed to go anywhere near it. That's the one that had the African violets that I got in trouble.
Trojan for You states that a Fenton fairy nymph may go in the big hole. Or maybe a candle. Karen says for a candle.
Yeah, that hole is really only about the size of a nickel.
Mm-hmm.
So actually a penny. So that's about the circumference is about the diameter of a penny. So we'll count these down, the flower frogs. I don't know where we are.
42.
42, and we're counting it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Oh, we've got milk glass coming up next. Old milk glass. Antique. And I hope the lady is here that wants this.
We did not have a last second bid, so that will belong to Philip Lane at $42. That's a great buy, Philip.
Philip, we're dying to know what you going to do with them. Are you in the flower business? What do you do with them? I want to know. Tell us.
What you going to do with all that glass inside your jeans?
What you going to do, Philip? What you going to do? Oh, it's Layna. I spelled it wrong. L-A. And Philip, I've got your info, don't I? I'm sure I do.
Surely you have his info.
Please don't call me Shirley. Next, I've got some 1900 era milk glass. Would you kindly put $15 on the screen, Mr. David?
Done.
Now, you're not getting one piece. No, you're getting 2. You could stop at 5 or 6 stores or just 1. And you only need to stop at 1. And it's the Old Curiosity Shop. And you'll get both pieces of this Victorian era, 1900 old-timey milk glass. Now, what was that? Dethridge? What was that company that made a lot of this? It's up in the blender. You're getting both pieces. $15. That might be the bottom to a butter dish missing its lid. Well, so what? Now it's a dresser tray. And we have a powder jar, but take a look, first of all, at the bottom piece. I'll let you see the bottom.
Roxanne's at 20.
It is way old. And it always seems to have some of this old chippy paint. That's actually in good condition for this milk.
That's in great condition.
You are not Whistling Dixie. Well, you could, but yeah. Most of the time it's almost, there's just like 20% trace of the old paint. But on this one, there's still quite a bit of it there. What did Philip say he does with those? I've missed it. With the frogs. He told us, but I wasn't paying any attention. And then there's a little ring jar, powder jar. This one, also same age and a different color paint, kind of a drab gray, but this is the way they did it. And this might have...
Philip said he actually takes flowers to church very often, so he's going to use that.
Great.
Those for arrangements
with the frogs. All right,
we're at $22.
We've got what really could be a dresser tray piece, and then the little ring jar. This is that old. That's in your old, circa 1900 on the glass. These pieces aren't chipped either. Well, there's a little flea bite on the bottom side of that lid. See the ring of fire? See it?
Mm-hmm.
Counting it down. I know there's a bit in there somewhere, right?
Linda Thample's at 22.
Okay, Lynn. Lynn has the high bid of 22, and you're getting both pieces, and we'll count them down right now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Balloons again. I'm not doing them on purpose.
Calling 24.
And
last millisecond bid, so I am refreshing my feed. I have about an 8-second delay. So in all fairness, everyone's bids are getting in, and I received Catherine Thomas first at 25. Patsy M, you were after the stop. So Catherine Thomas at 25.
Hold on, everybody. It's Catherine with a C, and it was 25.
Correct.
Catherine Thomas. Can't remember Catherine, but if you're new to me, and you might be, would you go ahead now and within the next 5 or 10 minutes at oldcuriosityshop99 at gmail.com, would you please send me your mailing address? If you have PayPal, let me know that you do, and give me, Jeffrey's putting it right there on the screen. Thank you, Jeffrey. And it was that I'm going to talk about Jeffrey in a minute. Yeah, all that stuff. I need all that stuff, Catherine. You see it? Thank you so much. Hey, back in the day, I got some stuff you might want for your kitchen. Thank you, Catherine, and thank you, everyone. Don't forget to give me that email address that's connected to the PayPal, right? It really gets confusing for me too if you have a name like, Catherine Thomas, but then you might be writing from your work computer or your significant other's computer, and like a different name comes in. If you don't give me, thank you, dear. Okay, thank you. All right, look. Woo! $15 in good condition. Now, I've used this. This is not the one that Jeffrey and I used to make Mrs. Harding's cookies. That one is in my kitchen, but I don't need 2 rolling pins. So one of them is on its way to you. Now, we know because of that color, we are somewhere between 1930 up to about 1940. And then, boy, that green goes out of fashion, right? Pretty much in kitchens. So we have a wooden rolling pin. And yes, the handles spin.
Gary's at 15, Carrie K's at 18.
Or in other words, the roller, the pin will spin. Sometimes it's just one solid thing, you know, and the pin doesn't.
At 19.
But the pin spins. And what you're looking at, that's the color of the wood. This is clean. I've used this. So it's been scrubbed, cleaned, sanitized, monetized, hypnotized, and it's ready for a piece of display or to actually use in your 1930s era kitchen. Wooden rolling pin. I like the green, but look how much character you actually have on the wood.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, I know.
That's what they call the money shot. Christina's at 33.
A lot of snickerdoodles were rolled out with that thing. Can you imagine? All the Christmas cookies.
Roxanne's at 35. Gary B is at 38. Jan Marie Hunyadi's at 40.
There'll be some more cream and green in just a few minutes. So if you're a fan of the 30s, you hang in there. We will count the rolling pin down. The high bid is 40. Here we go. Loop-de-loo. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
High bid's at 43.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay. And down it goes. And while I'm waiting, I want to thank again everyone who has helped out. David, it's always a pleasure to have you. David does this on a volunteer basis, and it's much appreciated. And of course, you know that the audience loves having you here as well. And Jeffrey, who was here, we had a great time for a couple of days. He's also throwing some things there and acting as a moderator tonight, and I want to thank him as well.
We have Jenny Mack at 45 before the stop.
And I want to thank everyone who are bidding, everyone who is bidding, and everyone who is watching. I certainly hope that you had a blessed Easter Sunday. Jenny Mack, thank you, Jenny Mack at 45. I appreciate that. Thanks, Jenny. It is whatever it is. I don't know what time it is. So
8:38 where you are.
Okay, we'll keep it rolling now with let's do this beautiful piece. We're going to do a lovely piece of Cambridge glass. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Oh, my word.
And you have 342 watching as of this second.
Hi, all 342. This is known as Cambridge Etch number 727.
And we are starting at
$20. No chips.
Okay.
No chips or cracks. And it is in their beautiful, I always forget, Midnight Moonlight, one of the two, blue. And it is gilded. So the blue is very delicate and probably being washed out by the ring lights. But gosh, I wish you could know or could see that we really have a piece of blue. Are you seeing the blue? I hope you're seeing it.
We can see it on the base as you turn it sideways. There's the blue that pops.
Yeah.
And on the edges of the each petal, I would guess. Yeah, there you go.
Just to be clear, the entire glass is blue. You really, because of the lights and everything, may only see the blue near the bottom, but the whole thing is blue, and it is gilded. This etch is one, again, not their necessarily most popular, but it's simply number. Oh, you got it at Bamberger's?
Your high bid is 37.
Etch number 7, 27 on this. And it is marked Cambridge. There is the Cambridge mark is on the bottom. These things always remind me of little pumpkins. Well, you can't see it. That didn't do any good either. Oh, well. Poo-poo. Are you there? You can see the etch now. Hold it still. Hold it still. Okay. See the etch?
Yes.
I love that thing. That little sort of pumpkin thing. See it?
Yes, you can see it.
Yeah. So anyway, sometimes it's difficult to get you to see things, but it's a pretty piece of glass. The blue is just beautiful, and on a white tablecloth, it's lovely. We will count this lovely piece of cake, 1930s pattern. 1930s pattern, and we'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the Cambridge etch number 727. Oh, my word. We're going to have some more Cambridge. In fact, we've got a piece of Rose Point, I think, coming up. We have a sewing box. We've got Pink, You Stink. We've got Cobalt Blue.
We have Patsy M at 48 before the stop.
Patsy M. Thank you, dear. As always, thank you, Patsy. We've got it. Okay. Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. All right, move it down. Move it down. Cross that out. I'll tell you, sometimes I'm in and out. I'm in and out. Okay, let's.
Like a burger.
Like a what?
Like a burger.
Like a burger. Okay. Why don't we do the Eat a Pete? No. All right, we said pink. We'll do pink. Pink, center handled pink, center handled pink serving tray. Today we say tidbit. Back in those days, it was sometimes a cracker tray or for sandwiches. And this piece in pink, we start at $15. It is etched and it has no chips or cracks. And it is from the era of the Depression. Obviously, we can see they did a nice job.
You have a bid at 15.
What is that on there? They did a very nice job with the etching. And I'll let you see how pretty that is. You can see typical little wheel, engraved. And the etching is actually on the back. So if you have spicy mustard sandwiches on the top, the mustard will not seep into the decoration and become encrusted, because all of the wheel cut decoration is actually on the back of the piece. How old are you?
You're at 21.
Someone is asking how old we are, or how old this is. This is from the 30s. Yeah, it is very clear, wordsmith. Yeah, very clear. But it's pink all the way through. Any questions, comments? They deleted it. Okay.
Yeah, I think someone was just playing around.
Okay. Well, enjoy yourselves. Have a good time. 10. Do we have a bid? We do. KP is at 21.
Yes. Correct.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There go those balloons again. There go those balloons again.
Those darn balloons. Okay, before the stop, we have Margaret Howell at $26.
Margaret Howell at $26. Seems do you mind if I call you Lovey? Wasn't that Mrs. Howell from what was that? Huh? Wasn't that what she was referred to by her husband? Wasn't that
By Thurston.
Yes, Thurston Howell.
Thurston and Lovey.
We're gonna call you Lovey from now on, Margaret. She says it's okay. We're allowed to do that. People are going to be asking me if I got a pet. That's a little puppy that wants attention from his daddy, and we're going to take a look at that puppy in 15 minutes. Not at my house, but at David's house. In the meantime, we continue with a little more cream and green from the 1930s. And guess what? I have added, not only are you getting the tea kettle, you're getting a big old pan. They're in, here they are. And this is, now,
ooh.
I would not use that before you bid. I'll let you put the price up there, David, but don't you bid yet, everybody, till I show you the inside of this pot, because you can't really use it. Unless you clean it properly, but it's rusted on the inside. $19. Okay, $19 for both pieces.
Okay, it's in.
Okay. That you can use. In fact, I have about 4 of these, and I've cooked in them. We'll look at that in a minute. The inside of this, someone left some water in there, and you've got, well, I don't know that it's rust. I think it's just nasty gooky stuff that kind of got burnt in there. So you might be able to get that out of there. I'm not going to fiddle with it. But you can see it is not burnt through. It is not rusted. This kettle got a lot of use, yeah. But we have a wooden handle, enamel, typical 1930s cream and green, in really good condition. You're always going to have some little snafus here and there on the enamel, but overall, hey, that's in good condition. Yeah. Don't you bet on it, Karen Williams. Don't you bet on it. You'll see what I've got hanging from my bird cage. So you'll get this big kettle, which is going to look great in your kitchen. It's not white. It is cream and green. And I'm throwing in a baking pan. Also,
we're at 33.
Cream and green enamel. This one, go ahead and use it. I cook in these. I've cooked in these for years, and I still do, but I've got too many of them, and I don't need this one. So you're all set for your macaroni, and you're gonna get both pieces. Good condition, ready to use.
We're at 45.
See the cream and the green. All right. You'll get them both.
We're at 47.
A person did ask me, why are you selling them? They look perfect in your kitchen. Well, a man can only have so many pots and pans, right?
True.
That's what I often say. So we're letting them go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Be quiet, Dave. You're making fun of me. 1.
No, someone asked if it comes with a tetanus shot.
Oh. Okay. David is allowed to make fun of me. Okay, put that down on the floor. We have 10 more minutes until intermission.
We have, before the stop, a Florida Golden Girl for $81.
Thank you, Florida. And you know, I read your email a little while ago, and I appreciate what you did. And we've got your runner. And don't you worry about a thing, Florida. We're all set. I think that invoice, and that happened to KP's too. Don't worry about it, KP. I'm not worried about the shipping on that $8 piece. I'll get it to you. A couple of those invoices didn't go through. I can see that now. So Florida Golden, we're all set. We always straighten everything out, not a worry. And that's for the tea kettle and the pan. Excellent. Okay, well then why don't we keep going now, because it's not time for intermission yet. But here we go, EAPG people. Only if your mouth spit, what? It goes too fast. 15. 15 is where we start on this, and it has no damage on it. Look at the top of it. That's like a big old snowflake on it's going to feel that cold here this week. We're only going to have 37 degrees for the high for several days this week.
Addie's in at 20.
Your cake has a nice lip on it around here in case you have a wonky table and your bundt cake won't slide off of the
table. About 10 inches?
Indeed it is. It's about 9, actually.
9? Okay.
And this isn't really a rum well, although I would say that it could be a small rum well. And when there's an indentation down in here, in other words, a well, certain cakes, had different syrups on them than rum. And it's often
at 25.
It's often just referred to, thank you, David. It's often referred to as a rum, R-U-M, well, W-E-L-L, when you get, instead of it being completely flat. So if you've got a drippy, gooey icing, you have a spot for it to collect right down in here. Can you see that little dimple down in there?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. So it's a beautiful E8. This is going to go back, this glass fell out of fashion as we got into the 1920s.
Sandra Garcia is at 30.
Nobody wanted it anymore. But I'm telling you, you get a big collection of this beautiful glass, and it just sparkles, and it's fantastic. I really like this snow. It doesn't look like snow, like a frosted window pane.
Lynn's in at 35. Ooh, Teresa. Y'all be safe. Sandra Garcia, 45. Tornadoes in Oklahoma.
Oh, gracious. It stands up to the top of the scallop. It stands 6 inches tall.
Very pretty.
And it's exactly 9 inches in diameter. So you can get a 9
at 50.
You can get a 9-inch cake on there, and you can go ahead and dump some rum on it, and it will collect right there in the rum well. I like the way they've decorated the stem. 10, 9. It's heavy. There's no lead in it. It's EAPG. Pretty though. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Ooh. Oh dear. Okay, we're gonna have time. Hey, Mr. Rob, how's that blender working for you?
Okay, I have M. Rob at 75 before the stop.
Let me see here. It's mrob75 at 75. That's part of his name. And the price.
Right. No, 75 was the bid.
Yeah.
Before the stop.
Oh, Rob at 70. Okay, I got it. Thank you, Rob. We'll do one or two more items before the intermission. And then, of course, it was the... Oh, gosh, it's going so fast. I can't even read it. All right.
What are you looking for, though?
I wasn't really looking at anything, but it's the chat.
There's some congrats. They're talking about a storm.
Okay.
Several tornadoes in Oklahoma.
If there's anything specific, I'm interested in what you're chatting about, but I have to keep my eye out if there's questions about any of the items or anything that I'm missing. So I don't ignore folk, but it's hard for me to chat. And I know I ask you questions and then you say, well, don't ask us questions if you can't chat with us. I know, but I just need to make sure that I catch all, the nuts and bolts. Let's go and do a Rose Point Cambridge Bowl here.
Ooh, pretty.
And there's no damage on. Let me check the feet. Lovely. This is called Rose Point, one of the popular etches made by the Cambridge Glass Company. And that piece there starts at $20. This is their 4-footed bowl. Rose Point by Cambridge. This would have come on the scene sometime in the mid-30s.
KP's in at 20.
It would have been made by Cambridge for decades during
Lynn's at 25. KP at 26.
Very popular pattern by the Cambridge Glass Company. And it's one you'll be able to memorize.
Desert Crone, you are lagging, so make sure you refresh. Funky Monkeys at 30.
Here are the way I remember this is because, well, obviously there are roses. And then this decorative element here comes all the way down to a point right there. So it's just easy for me to always remember that is Rose Point. Oh, gosh, there were literally thousands of etches from all the different glass companies. And then
Lynn's at 40.
The etch is on the outside. So the inside of the bowl is completely smooth and can actually be used. It doesn't have chips or cracks on it. Good Cambridge glass.
For your pancake batter.
Yeah, or spaghetti.
Especially spaghetti. And
I'm telling you right now, you people, when I say you people, I'm talking to those people from Texas. Don't you try to serve my dinner in one of those you-know-what again.
I cannot guarantee what type of service utensils we will have in the good city of Memphis.
Well, I'm bringing my whoopee cushion and itching powder, so you best watch out. 10. Do we have a bid? 10.
We do have a bid. Our high bid's at 40 right now.
9.
Please, Fasta Jelly.
7. 6. Oh, fill it up with butterscotch crimpets. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you ain't had a tasty cake butterscotch crimpet, Jeffrey can have those little coconut powder puff things. He was freaking out. We had to stop at every Wawa. I mean, there's a Wawa.
All the Wawas.
We had to stop at every Wawa so he could get his cupcakes, and we did. It was a lot of fun. I'm just messing.
Okay, I have Lynn the Thample at 50 before the stop.
Lynn. Rose Point. Okay, Lynn, you also won the deer powder at the beginning. You're LD. You were LD at the beginning. That's Lynn.
Correct.
Okay. Lynn DeThample. It is Lynn. Thank you, everybody. Boy, we're having a lot of fun. Let's have a 5-minute intermission so I can take care of business. You gonna show us a puppy dog, David? Are you ready?
Sure.
Let's make David solo. We're going to make David solo. And if anybody jumps in here now, hey, we'll be back in 5 minutes. 5-minute intermission. Look, 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 look.
It's Jack Kennedy the younger, or we just call him Jack, or you can call him Jack for short.
Look at that little thing.
He's getting bigger. Someone abandoned this poor guy. He was crying across the street, abandoned. So we homed him.
How's his toilet training going?
It's getting better. You know, he's a pup, so we just have to keep at it. He's learning. He's doing a good job. But he missed me today. He's all over. He won't leave me alone. But he's a good boy. Give me a kiss. Kisses. Teaching him stuff. Say hi, Jack. Look, Jack. Look at the good people. He's feisty.
He is cute. And his name is Jack Kennedy Jr. What'd you name him?
Jack Kennedy the younger. But I just call him Jack. Let's go, Jack. We spent a lot of time outside yesterday. I just took advantage of it being a lazy Easter Sunday, so I did some yard work, and he was out there with me, enjoying the big yard. And he's still teething.
How does he do with the cats?
He loves the cats. Matter of fact, the twins, who are growing up fast, they play with him. They love playing with him. It's a love-hate relationship. When they get tired of him, they'll tree and get out of his way, and he has a good time barking. Then he ignores them. He plays this little game, ignores them. Then they come down, and then he tackles them again. But they have a good time. But he is all puppy. He is teething. He just wants to bite. He wants to play with my French cuffs. He's trying to bite. There he goes. But he's a good boy. He's a puppy. He has his days where he's a bad Jack, but overall he's good. I mean, we understand he's a puppy.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
After all the running around and umpiring, I will get him chipped, get him all of that done. Just right now, it's just crazy right now. My schedule is like every day something's going on right now. Come up north and get him tasty cakes? Okay.
Thank you for showing him to us. That was a lot of fun. We're going to jump right back into it now.
Well, let's go. Put me back.
And the next piece that I've got is a piece of cut glass. Yeah, so this has lead in it. It's fine. It's American Brilliant cut glass. We're going to go ahead and start at, how about $15 on this 4-part divided piece? It's unsigned. Sometimes these pieces are signed, but boy, you really got to study them to find signatures. And I couldn't find one on here. Not a big deal. Libby, Fry, oh gosh, don't even get started on how many companies, but isn't it pretty? Now, you know, when it's cut glass, you go around the outside of it, it is so sharp, even if there aren't any chips, it feels like it's chipped because it's cut glass. Yeah. So it's really hard to tell unless you look very, very closely. I cannot guarantee you that there isn't a little tiny minute flea bite somewhere along here. There are no missing teeth. So unlike me. So as you look closely, and I did go all around the top, none of the teeth are missing. But if you're really picky, this isn't the glass for you because it's so easy that sometimes there can be flea bites and you just can't see them or feel them. Why is there so much brilliance? Because it's cut glass and the weight of it, there's so much weight because of the lead content that is in it. And it's antique, and it really is pretty.
It's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Melody has a high bid of $45.
It's small, and I really like the 4 compact areas of this divided dish. Make a really pretty candy dish, wouldn't it?
Very much so.
It's cut all over. It's polished. That's a pretty one. Let me sit myself back down, and I'll count that down.
I think Melody made sure she would not have any competition for this piece.
Melody really appreciates, and so many of you appreciate, the beauty of beautiful American brilliant cut glass.
While we're in the final moments of this particular item, we have 323 watching right now 324, but only 165 thumbs up. So if you get a chance before this production concludes, please hit the thumbs up button.
Now, how come it won't do it again? There it goes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay.
I am doing a refresh, live chat, and Melody with the bid of 78. Sandra tried to get in there last second, but Melody is in at 78.
Melody didn't outbid herself, did she?
No.
Okay.
Sandra Garcia came in with a bid.
Okay. Melody, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Ooh. Wow. Okay, Melody, thank you. Thank you, everyone who placed bids. At $15, we have a sewing box coming up for you. It's yellow. It has a lid. The old string is gone, so you're going to have to reattach that lid. But let's take a look at the inside of it. Some of the old string is still in there. See that? This was made in Algonquin, Illinois. The name of it is Princess. There's a decal on the inside. You got to see a close-up of that in one of my thrift hauls, as well as in the preview video, which I posted earlier today. So all of the spots here for your spools are there. The decal on the inside is the same pattern as the one on the top. And then I will let you, well, there's no problems with it. It doesn't have any problems on the bottom either. It's a solid piece all the way through. And you'll just have to reattach that top. All right, so if we've got any sewing fans out there today, this piece is for you. And I'll let you decide. You can see that this had already, I mean, that really is no good. So there's the bottom of it. The bottom of it is made of wood.
Get a bid at 15, now 35.
The top is some type of a compressed, it's either wood or some type of a compressed, you know, composite type thing. So reattach the string the way that you want it. The knots go all the way through the bottom and then up through the top. Yeah. So
Sandra Garcia is at 35.
that's the original paint. Really is in great condition. Yeah, I like the yellow as well. Am I holding it too close to the screen? Mm-hmm. Could get a lot of tasty cakes in this. So you put the string, the string goes through. It's not broken. Yeah, you know. You put the string through the top, and that holds that in place. We'll count the sewing basket down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay. Ooh. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. La da 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 do 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 do. Zippity doopity doo. Sewing box. What you
I
doing?
have a serious lag, so give me a second.
Oh no.
I'm just making sure there's no last second bids. I want to be fair to everyone. So I just saw your countdown. There is okay, so Sandra Garcia at 35 for the sewing box. Sandra Garcia.
Thank you so much, Sandra. Thank you, everyone. Just noticed that I'm wonky. Let's get that back. Okay. Wow, $20 is where we start. No chips or cracks. Condition is excellent on this Fenton bonbon, and it's footed. Normally, I just see that, In fact, we sold one a couple nights ago. Yeah, it was just the Fenton bonbon. That one, look at that. Now it's in green, and
Jenny
it's
Max at 20.
I don't know if they called that wreath of roses, but anyway, you've got roses inside with thorns on them. Wow, that's a nice one. And it's this beautiful emerald green, lots of iridescence on the back side of it, which is hardly even seen.
Lucille's at 32. Desert Crone at 35.
And it is not chipped.
Beautiful.
I did a little dance when I found this. It was not cheap for me to
Roxanne's
buy
at
it,
40.
but I knew I would be able to go ahead and sell it and pass it on. So Carnival glass, mineral salts sprayed on here and then fired. I don't know exactly which year Fenton did this, but we'll just go ahead and say circa 1912, 1915, 1910, somewhere in that. Pretty.
What size is that? Desert Crone's at 42. RM at 50.
What part would you like me to? Well, I guess I'll go ahead and let you see that. From handle to handle, it's 8 inches. From crimp to crimp, it's 5. And it's going to stand about 5 inches tall. No, it's not Goofus glass. Oh,
no, not Goofus.
No, Goofus that was El Cheapo, and all of the Goofus is cold painted, and it all just sort of flakes away. This won't come off of there unless you get
But very old. Goofus is very, very old glass, so it has its charm.
I love Goofus glass. In fact, same era. And if you'll hold on, I'll show you the difference. Maybe we'll do that at the end. I'll go grab a piece of Goofus glass and we'll compare the two. But the Goofus glass is paint, where this is mineral salts that's fired on when it's actually produced. So this is Fenton glass, nice in emerald. Okay, good question.
High bid's 50.
Thank you for asking about the Goofus. I appreciate you asking about that. And we'll count the dish down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the Fenton Carnival glass. That's an antique. We'll go ahead and let David put that in. And then coming up, we've got something that looks very Art Deco.
Ooh. Jenny Mac, $61 before the stop.
Jenny Mac. Okay, Jenny Mac. That Fenton Rose Wreath Carnival Bowl.
That was Jenny's own version of a Mac Attack.
Coming your, that was.
What? Mac Attack.
$12 salt and pepper shakers. We have something on the front. We have nothing on the back. They're not chipped and they're not cracked. And boy, does none of that look like the top of the Chrysler building?
It does.
Don't it, don't it, don't it, don't it. Now, it's salt and pepper, but if you didn't want it to be salt and pepper, you could go to the back and put whatever label on there you want. Now, everybody wants me to save these for D because they were souvenirs from what?
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. But I've talked to Dee before about Niagara Falls collectibles. And the thing is, when you live in an area like, you know, I lived in Philly, I collected a few Philly things, but Dee is
like ball caps.
She just doesn't collect everything that says Niagara Falls.
Bonnie Abrams at 20.
She's pretty selective. So she may or may not have wanted these. I'm always asking her about Niagara Falls. Most of the time, they're things that she's not interested in. But they say salt and pepper, and I don't know if Harker made these. I don't remember, but I like, you know, so there's a lot going on that side. Hey, I like displaying them this way, personally. You have red around the tops, and the rest of it is a creamy color. They are not chipped. There is crazing of the glaze. Do we have a bid? We do. Okay.
We do have a bid at 20, Bonnie Abrams.
Alrighty then, I'll count them down. And they do have a decal on the front, which says Niagara Falls. Nice. Somebody brought this souvenir back in the 1930s. We'll count them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the shakers. Oh, yeah. Range set, you're right.
Lovely. Bonnie Abrams, I believe you are the winner with your bid of $20. Thank you, Bonnie Abrams.
Thank you, Bonnie Abrams. Thank you, Bonnie Abrams. Thank you, Bonnie. Thanks, Easter Bunny. Remember that commercial? That was for Cadbury eggs. Remember that?
Thank you, Easter Bunny.
The little children would say, thanks, Easter Bunny.
Oh, Jenny Mac, her parents went to Niagara for their honeymoon in 1957.
Oh.
Greetings from the wettest place on earth.
Shalom Melechem. I don't know what this says. I believe it says Germany. I think it says RS. Wait a minute. I think it's RS. Very hard to see. I do faintly see RS Germany. And it's this beautiful hand painted, probably from the 20s because of those pastel colors, cream and sugar. Lid. Now, only condition problem is there's a little chip on the handle. We have to turn it this way. I want you to see quickly. Right there. The handle is not cracked. All right. Not cracked. That little chip is way up there. It might be blurry and you can't see it. Get some gold paint, cover it up. That's the only problem that you've got. Otherwise, not a problem. Did I tell you that we're starting at?
You did not.
I didn't tell you. Well, gosh, by golly. $12. And this is a cream and sugar, not a salt and pepper.
Texas is going to miss out on the eclipse because of cloud cover covering most of the state. So
$12. Very nicely done. RS Prussia, RS Germany porcelain, typical of the 1920s. Look at those pastel colors. You see that? Very much. Probably came over as blanks and then somebody decorated them. So the sugar bowl has its lid. This is actually bone china because I can see my fingers through it. Okay.
Doris Stallings at 12.
And the sugar bowl is painted on both sides. I hope the colors are coming across.
They are. They pop.
There's even a beautiful pink around the top. Yeah. And the cream pitcher is decorated on both sides as well. So I would date these somewhere to circa 1925. They're very close to 100 years old, if not. And ready.
You still have Doris Stallings at 12 with her bid.
Doris, you're going to get a good deal if you win these. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here's some last second bids, and I'm seeing the countdown. And I do have a lag, so bear with me. And there we go.
Okay.
I am refreshing my screen. Chat, what say you? There's the stop, and I see Diane Lasik at 24. Jeffrey Reed, you just came in after the stop. You missed it by this much.
Thank you, Diane Lasik at 24. I appreciate that so much. Jeffrey and I were thrifting. Oh, this next item, David, starts at $20. Jeffrey and I were thrifting the other day, and he was just in front of me, and he said, "Oh, I see something you're going to want." And he pulled it off the shelf because he was right in front of me, and I hadn't seen it yet. And I said, "Oh, you know I do," because we always like to offer some things to our Art Deco fans. And here we go. What is so super fantastic about this is it's got its lid. I've never found one. I didn't even know that they had lids, but they do.
There you have it.
Yeah, so $20 is where we start. Let's take a look at it. It's made in the 30s. Chrome Craft by Farber Brothers. My goodness. What a clash. Right? The old and the new. And they were competing around the same time. So we have a covered lid. It's a two-part divided serving dish. Look at the top with its lid. David, look at those butterscotch.
Wow.
And the little black rings. Now, take the lid off. And what do we reveal?
You keep the hot side hot and the cool side cool.
Looks like a pump. Feels like a sneaker. Contain yourself. You take the lid off and you turn it upside down, and this can sit on your table, and it can be a serving dish as well, if you'd like. Anytime I have found any serving dish like this before, it's just been the dish with no lid. There it is. Do we have any deco folk here tonight? I don't know if we do or not. Put the lid back on. The condition is super fantastic. You remember that commercial, Bonnie, don't you? I don't know why these things come back, you know. But anyway, this is Chrome Craft Farber Brothers, made in
Linton at 20. Brooklyn, correct. Desert Crone at 23.
Tell you what, I don't often find yes, Connie, the 4-section dish did sell. I'm so sorry I missed it. You just missed it by about 20 minutes, but I did sell the beautiful glass dish. I'll try to find you another one.
At 27.
I really don't find too many serving pieces. So it was a treat. And look at the condition on it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I have a 8-second lag, so bear with me.
Okay. Oh, you're welcome.
And while this is refreshing, just to explain, I see Scott and hear Scott literally real time, and there is a chat there on the platform we use, which is called StreamYard. But I am also watching as you do on YouTube, and that will account for a slight lag. And I have Sandra Garcia as your winning bid at $41 before the stop.
Thank you, Sandra. Okay, Sandra at 41. Sandra, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone who placed bids. I have to look down to write everything down here. And I've got it written down. I've got it recorded. So we're all set there. Thank you indeed. I appreciate that. Let's do, how about we sell a, oh, heck. David, would you kindly enter $20? We're going to start at $20 on $20 on the next item. Oh, I was in the thrift store and I found these 4 stems. I've got 4 of these. And in the video, I said, well, you know that a decanter came with these. And as I was checking out, I turned to my right, and up on top of one of the counters, which they often do, they put things. Here was the matching decanter that they had separated from the glasses. So $20, you get the decanter with the enamel painted flowers. This is all done in the factory. Somebody didn't sit at home and decorate it. This is enamel paint that was put on in the factory. It's in excellent condition. And the 4 of these stems have no problems either. Take a look.
You have a bid at 20.
Beautiful, that glasses. There's a little red ring of paint around the top. And then around the foot.
Perfect for spring and summer.
Oh my goodness. So we were just talking about having a little bit of sherry before lunch. Yeah, okay. Miss Marple. So, hey, 4 of them, right? They're all matching. And then all of this is hand painted. This enamel decoration was so popular in the 20s and early 30s. And gosh, these would have been great on their own. But to find the matching decanter, I like sort of almost like a bell shape here to this. Look at that stopper on the top.
We have a bid at 25, 26, and now 35.
Now, someone is going to say, is that plastic? Not from the 1920s, it's not. That's frosting the way they would do so that this would fit in there and then not slide out. So it's like an acid etch on there so that you get a nice good, it stays in place. Yeah, so no, there's no plastic on it. That I believe to be the original stopper on the top. It's absolutely beautiful. The glass is unmarked. It is fire polished, and it really is quality. So maybe made in West Virginia, but it's American glass, no doubt. I know it does look like a crystal ball. In fact, that's what I did in my video. I did a Margaret Hamilton, you know, I'll get you and your little shoes or whatever she gets. Isn't that pretty?
My pretty.
Nice.
Nice.
The decanter, how tall is it? I don't know. It's tall. That's 9 inches there. It's probably 12 inches tall and really is pretty. So you get the decanter for your favorite libation, and you'll have 4 of these little cordial glasses to serve with it. So get your dandelion wine ready. You're going to be picking them out of the yard in another 3 or 4 weeks, right?
Oh, yeah. They're everywhere.
We'll count this lovely set down, and here we go. 10. Oh, the stopper. 10, 9. I'm not sure what the effect was going to be on.
You were channeling the Stygian witches from the old Greek mythology. The eye, the glass eye.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
Limoncello, yes. I should pour a glass. I have some.
What is that?
Limoncello. It's a liqueur made in, Italy.
Lemon jello?
Limoncello.
Cello, like the stringed instrument?
I think they CH it. I'm not sure. Let me look. Kathleen Workman, you outbid yourself, but you are a winner at $50. $50, Kathleen Workman.
Great. That's the lower bid for her, right?
Right.
Kathleen Workman.
$50. Yeah, LEMONCHELLO, limoncello.
Catherine, that's even more beautiful, and you're going to love this. When you open this up, it's even better looking in person than it is. I mean, it's just exquisite. You're going to love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, let's do 2 baking dishes. Why not? The first one is Pyrex. $15 is where we start. It's a Pyrex.
Give me a second. $15 start. I was pouring limoncello.
Oh, you were. 1930s Pyrex, $15 is where we start. Hey, it's wonderful. There are some little inner chips, they're little, so you get little chips around the inside where the lid has banged on it. It's not chipped on the outside, and it's got the etching on it. So this is a piece of Pyrex, and the lid is marked Pyrex. For some odd reason, the Pyrex stamp didn't take on the bottom, or it was so faint that it's just so you don't really see any Pyrex stamp on the bottom, but it is Pyrex all day long, every day. That's the original lid, and the lid is marked. This goes back to 1925 to 1935. It's a small little.
Your high bid now is 21.
And it's got the cut flowers, the etched flowers on it, the way that they did this. And somebody had to sit there and cut these. This is actually wheel cut, the decoration on it. It's a nice small one, that's dinner for 2. You could get 1 Cornish hen in there.
Your high bid's 25.
I've never actually cooked a Cornish hen. Have you, David?
No, I have not.
Well, I would like you to do that and then give us a book report next week. Pyrex.
I would have to video and then monetize.
Ooh, do it. A small dish of yams. That's excellent. Shall we
A bucket of heads. Hey, Scott, what's the difference between ice cream and a bucket of heads? I don't like ice cream.
And I'm happy to announce that next week's moderator will be Judy Bess, live from wherever she lives. No, I'm kidding. That was very funny, David.
Thank you, and you're welcome. Sandra Garcia is our high bid at 36.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the perfect size for one fish head.
Ah.
Roly-poly fish.
Oh, here comes the refresh.
Roly-poly fish heads. Eat them up. Yum.
Okay, before the stop, we have Melody Southern Buckeye at 41.
I love that etch, Melody, on that dish. Melody Southern. You gonna put a fish head in it? You know that song, David? Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads, fish heads, eat them up, yum. Apparently not. That must be a New Jersey thing, but ouch.
Maybe it is a Jersey thing.
Maybe it is. We have another dish for you here. This time it's Fire King Philby in.
Philby, the old Philby pattern.
And just the dish? No. You get the matching lid.
Wowzers.
Sapphire blue. Yeah, see it?
You can
When
see
did they
it.
do this? 40s. They might have did this into the 50s as well. The sapphire blue. I'll tell you, if you ever find the de-handled mug, they're out there. Those things are selling for, well, they were selling for 40, 50 bucks if you can find the mug in the Philby pattern. So sapphire blue, and it is marked Fire King right there.
What are we starting at?
Oh, I don't know. 15 doll hairs.
I thank you.
Wonderful to find the lid. Again, you're going to find a little chip on the inner, couple little chips on the inner lip of the lid. Not the outside. That's okay. But that inner, you know.
Here, Master, please save me a fish head, please, Master. Desert Crone is in at 20.
I think I need to get me some of that limoncello.
It's fantastic.
Apparently. Now, so this is a small one too. How big is it? I don't know. It's little. You're not going to get much in there. It's only, what, like 7 inches across. It's a little casserole dish, but it's enough for just a couple of people. It's a small one, you know.
Scott, we can't always have Martin and Lewis. Sometimes there has to be 2 Lewises.
Yeah.
Postado.
I will go ahead and count the Fire King Philby Sapphire Blue with its lid. Great.
Your high bid is 22.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try that with your pantyhose.
You say postatos, I say postados.
Oh, I think we're going to finish.
We have last second bid, so I have refreshed, and it looks to be Sandra Garcia at $30 before the stop. Sandra Garcia, $30 before the stop.
Sandra Garcia, $30 before the stop. Sandra, you got it. We've also got for $10, a pretty little cobalt blue.
Hey, Macarena.
$10, a beautiful cobalt blue.
Look at that blue.
I know.
Wow.
It is 8 inches tall. How old is it? I'm not sure, but I turn it upside down and I do see the where it touches the table. And in here, it's a little, so there is some wear on the bottom of it. And it really is pretty. It's not chipped or cracked. It doesn't have water damage stains on it. And so it's really beautiful cobalt blue glass if you like that. Again, we're at 8 inches tall. And this cobalt blue vase could be yours. And we'll start out at 15. And
we had to start at 10. We have a
yeah,
bid of 15 by Lucille.
got it. Okay, so that's what we'll do. Again, it's ready to go. No damage on it. Really pretty on the cobalt blue vase.
Could make a movie about this vase.
They made a movie about it?
No, you could. Look how it just shines.
It's jumping, even though it's got my fingerprints all over it.
In a world where you need a blue cobalt vase.
Everybody needs one. And
that limoncello's kicking.
Daffodils. And this, so we're going to count this down now. We have a high bid of whatever it is, 16. And
18 now.
Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it on the cobalt vase.
Look at all these lovely snipers just coming in. Last second bids. I am refreshing to account for the lag. And I have Margaret Howe at 23 before the stop. Thank you, everyone who bid.
23. Margaret
Howe.
Thank you, Lovey.
Yes.
She gave me permission.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, I've got something else for you tonight. All right. Before I tell you where we're going to start, I'll tell you that there are 2 small bits of damage on this, but it's so pretty. It's so not that easy to find, and I thought it would be a great display piece in the right type of a kitchen. It's a beautiful canary yellow color, and it does have 2 condition problems. I'll give you the opening bid, and then I'll tell you the condition problems, so hold off. $15 is where we are, even though there are 2 little issues. The one issue here is we have a chip on the spout. Let's turn it upside down and let you see. That's not a crack, that's a design. But we do have a chip right there on the sweet spot, right on the end of the spout. Okay, not such a big deal.
Not quite pencil eraser size, a little bit smaller than that.
Oh gosh, that's much smaller than a pencil eraser. It's just a very small little chip right there. Yeah. Now, if we turn it this way, let me pull the lid out. And I'll turn it around and I'll show you. This side is great. This side, it was chipped at the top and someone glued the chip back in. I'd like you to see right here. Oh, gosh, I hope it shows up on the screen. I don't know that it is.
I see it. It's very faint.
It's a little bit wider than my thumb. And this piece chipped off and someone saved it and glued it right back in place. They did a pretty good job. See there?
Cindy Harvey bids at 15.
So they did glue that back on. But look at those pretty, I guess, autumn colors. And now we can look at the bottom and see that it is a haul. Yeah. And it would have had a drippolator top. And inside it says, for piping hot coffee, preheat with hot water. Do not place over an open flame. That's what's printed on the inside. So they didn't want you to pour boiling water in this thing. And you certainly could. And of course, it has its lid with the steam hole. So beautiful yellowish glaze made by Hall. And
Cindy Harvey is still your high bid at 15.
You can still use this pot today. No problem with actually using it. Or as a display. It's not white. The lights are turning it white. I guess the farther back I go, the more creamy it looks. Yeah. On the teapot. I guess I'll keep it up here on my shoulder so you can, September colors. Yeah. Very, sort of 1935 to 1945, something like that. It's a pretty teapot. It's nice and heavy too. Let's count it down. It is charming, Lori. Perry. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So your winning bid was Cindy Harvey at $15. She was your only bid. Cindy Harvey.
All right, Cindy, if
Thank
you're
you,
new,
Cindy.
I can't remember if you're new or not, Cindy. If you're new, send me that info, will you please, at oldcuriosityshop99 at gmail.com. I think you know the information that I need. And if you've bought from me before, I've already got your information. No problem there. Look at this. I've got a silver cream and sugar. Where is it? Oh, it's way back here. Come here to me. You. Okay. Get up here. Wow. These were made in Bavaria. This is nice porcelain. Creamy white. Ooh, wow. Made in Bavaria. Check them out.
Yeah.
$12. White porcelain. A floral pattern with silver decoration. Fancy, fancy, fancy. Probably 1930s and 40s.
Fancy schmancy. Yeah.
There's the Bavarian mark on the bottom. They are not chipped and they are not cracked. Look at those double handles. Boy, hold it still. Look at the pattern. It's got a lid. Oh, with that little thing there so it doesn't fall off. Look at the inside. Now that's quality. And it's beautiful.
Doris Stallings has your opening bid at $12.
Well, Doris. What are the questions? What are the questions? It's just a typical, it's a typical size. Here I am trying to do this with, I can never find that doggone ruler. The problem is I move it all over the house. All right. It's 4 inches tall, 5 inches from handle to handle. And Doris has the high bid, I think.
Yes.
Oh, Doris, where do you live? Where do you live? Oh, Doris. When we see you vamping on the campus, we know you don't really mean to vamp us, but oh, Doris, do this favor for us. Tell us, Doris, where do you live? Please don't give your address out over the line, Doris. I was just singing one of my little...
Wait, I'm clapping. I'm snapping.
Kill a little bit of time. Well, we'll count the cream and sugar down. 10, 9, 8. Well, I got to get my finger ready. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When we see you strutting on the campus, we know you don't really mean to vamp us. But oh, Doris, do this favor for us. Save them, David, by interrupting me, or I'll continue.
It's lovely, Scott. I would want you to continue. I would just want to announce that Kathleen Workman is your winning bid at $20 before the stop.
Boy, have I got news for you tonight, good folk. I've only got one item left.
Wow. This has gone fast.
10 of. I'm not going to run downstairs and get anything else. We are going to end early tonight. We're ending class early tonight, boys and girls.
That way I can grab dinner.
So you can grab dinner. And the rest of you can eat the last of your late night Easter ham. One item left, and that's it. Before we auction off this very last item, thank you everyone for joining us tonight.
Thank you for all of your bids.
Yes, we're going to bring David back at the very end. And indeed, thanks everybody. Hey, listen, we'll let David tell us what's coming up this week in his schedule. And then I'll tell you what's coming up this month in my schedule. But let's go ahead and sell an old dresser mirror, our dresser tray, vanity tray from, I guess I didn't. Okay. 15, it measures 15 by 9. Warning, there will be reflections here. 15 by 9. I did sell the green carnival glass. I'm so sorry you missed it, Judy. 15 by 9. And we start out at $15 on this. I just love the little spots here, the silver loss on the mirror. Oh, Granny spilled some of her emerald cologne on there, didn't she? Now, you know, the neat thing is that's the old glass on this dresser tray, but let's just pop it out for a minute because it really does just pop right out. There is the old-fashioned glass. That's what was in it, and it's got some silver loss on it. I warned you about the glare. Yeah, okay. So we'll pull that out. And then without the glass on it, you can see there is the, without the mirror on it, you can see the vanity tray with the little circles around it. Okay, it's not chipped. Well, I tell a lie. We've got one little chip right here on one of those circles, right there. Where? Right there. Okay, so that's what it looks like without the glass on it. And then this can go on top of your dresser. And you can spill your night in Paris or evening in Paris, whatever it was called, and it won't ruin the shellac on your vanity. I hate it when the shellac on my vanity gets covered in emerald.
It's the worst.
Terrible, terrible. We have no interest. We're going to put it away. That's it for tonight. I'm going to give you 10 more seconds on this $15.
Let me count it down.
Huh?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.5, 5, 4 3/4.
Now,
4, 3. Desert Crone is in at 20.
Well, there was a bit of Sandra Garcia before that.
It
is
there's 25. Let me. I'll keep going. 4.
No, hold on. There's got questions.
Oh, questions.
Yeah, it is clear glass. This is clear, just what they call crystal. It's just clear glass, and it's probably from the 30s or 40s. It has a kind of a deco feel to it.
Desert Crone now at 26. Scott, this is your show. I will let you count it down. I will hush, and I will get the stop ready.
All right.
A Florida Golden Girl in at 30.
Get the stop ready.
The stop is locked and loaded.
Put this on the center of your dining room table and let it be a pedestal for some, not a pedestal, but whatever. I forget what the French people call that thing. There's a name for it, and I can't remember. 10,
it's a pedestal.
9, 8, 7, 6. Brute. Oh, I remember wearing Brute. 5, 4, 3, 2, One, plateau. Philip Lane, thank you. That's what I could not think of. It's a plateau. You could use it as a plateau on your dining room table if you want. And you guys get sent home early tonight, 5 minutes early. You did such a good job. Cindy, thank you. You emailed your info. Thank you, Cindy.
A Florida Golden Girl in at 52 right before the stop.
Is it Florida Golden?
A Florida Golden Girl at 52 through 18 holes.
I've got Florida.
A fantastic score.
Florida Golden, thank you. Thank you, everyone who placed bids tonight. This was fun. Let's bring David in. Okay, let's bring him in. Now, I do want to tell you, though, or actually, before I bring him in, and then we'll let David go because he hasn't eaten his dinner yet. What was I going to say? Okay, so, this was the first Monday night, but hey, we've got 4 more Monday nights in April. So next week, guess what? It's Scott and that guy right there. Where is he? Oh, on his channel, right? David, the Two Chaps Live sale hosted by that dude right there. Next week at 8 p.m. on your channel, David, Two Chaps Live sale. Yeah.
Yes, on at Vintage Uprising Texas on our channel, Tammy and I. I will be hosting the show.
And then the next Monday night, back here with me, live sale. The Monday night after that, Patrick, the trusty huckster, and I will be together with our Unbreakables sale, which features linens and ephemera, mostly. And then we have an extra Monday night, so you get another live sale the last Monday night in April. So every Monday night now, every Monday night at 8 o'clock, there's something to do to get that hump day. Well, Monday isn't hump day, but whatever it is, get Monday out of the way. David, tell us your schedule this week.
Tammy's going to have her normal sale with Martha, Adventures Conversation, tomorrow, Tuesday, beginning at 2 p.m. Central. And then Tammy and I will be back Wednesday night at 7 Central, 8 Eastern for our Vintage Uprising Texas. And you never know what we're going to bring. It can be Art Deco. It could be an antique. It could be Goofus glass. You never know. We're all over the map. And then next week, you and I have, and then we're off to Grammer's. She will be 104. We'll be at Grammer's this weekend. Scott met Grammer over a New Year's. We went live at New Year's, and he met Grammer and asked her a few questions. And bless her heart, she's 104. She is still going strong. So we'll be visiting her this coming weekend. Yes, you must subscribe to the channel to bid. So subscribe, hit the notification bell. You'll know when we go live, and Scott will be on. We'll advertise it, but I put the link in the chat earlier so you can save that and bookmark it.
Excellent. Okay, great. David, I'm going to address a question somebody asked me about silk lampshades, and I'm going to run and grab that Goofus glass. If anybody wants to hang around and compare a piece of Goofus glass to a piece of Carnival glass, David, you can hang in there or you can go eat because you haven't had any dinner. So
I will hang for the duration.
You're going to
not a problem.
For the El Dorado?
I'll do a quick little show and tell of something I found during Round Top.
Do it.
Which is our big spring flea market, one of the biggest in Texas.
I'll be right back.
Actually, the biggest in the nation. Go ahead. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Look at what?
Fireworks.
What are you talking about?
You have fireworks going behind you.
I didn't do it. All right. I'll be back in a second.
Yes, Two Chaps on our channel, Vintage Uprising Texas, next week. And here's the link again, if someone wants to save that. So a little show and tell while Scott is away. I don't know everything about Texas, but someone did a book on outlaw tales of Texas, whether they're true or folklore. I don't know. This is going to be some light reading for me. But it's to the memory of Gray Golden, her contributions to the Texas State Historical Society and to the Texas Genealogical Society, of which she was president in 1982 to 1983, have provided a lasting legacy to Texas and who appreciate its history. So, a little something, some fun reading, published in 2008, not very old. So, I'm going to read about the tall tales of the outlaws. Linda, I see all the thanks. We had fun. I'm glad you were able to watch live. I know we had a new person to Scott from North Texas, so hello. And then someone else that was near Central Texas, hello. I had a question here. Are you going to become an outlaw, David? No, Jenny, not anytime soon. I will not be. I hope to be a law-abiding retiree of the University of Texas. Okay, Scott. Oh, wow.
Let me very quickly chat with you and show you that is Goofus glass. That, in terms of Goofus glass, is in excellent condition. Now, Goofus glass is clear glass. The back of it looks like that, as long as somebody didn't overpaint it or repaint it, and that really destroys it. That's the actual original paint, cold painted. And Goofus glass, not always, but like 90% of the time, it's gold and red. There were a few other colors, but that's not that easy to find. Why is it called Goofus? Because people got goofed into buying this, and they found out shortly how cheap it was because the paint just flakes off, comes off with ease. It is very difficult to find Goofus glass that has this much paint still on it. So that's just as old as Carnival, but the color on Carnival isn't painted. Mineral salts were sprayed on this, and it's a fired on higher quality glass. This was very cheap. This was inexpensive, but this was even more inexpensive. So they both date to around the same era, but most of the Goofus glass you find looks like that. Very little value on Goofus, but I love it. Yeah. So that's Carnival. That's Goofus.
And what's significant about the Goofus, however, is that people can appreciate it may not be high quality glass, but it's old glass. And that's the charm of it. The fact that it's not something that you could have found new unless it was like new old stock. But this wasn't something that was produced in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, much older than that.
Yeah, we're all the way back in 1910 with this. 1905,
Correct.
1910, 1912. Same era, same era as your just after the turn of the century. Yeah, very much the same as the Carnival glass. Now, somebody asked me about bridge lamp shades. Without talking for an hour, you've got a couple of categories. You've got parchment bridge lamp shades, and then you've got ones similar to what you see behind me. Now, that's not a bridge lamp, it's a floor lamp. But silk, glass beads, where do you find them? Finding old antique ones is very, very, very difficult. They don't hold up well with age. The silk dry rots, and it's very difficult to find antiques. You almost always have to find reproductions. That is a reproduction. You can go online and type in reproduction 1920s shade, you'll find them and you'll pay anywhere from $150 to $400 depending on how fancy they are. You'll often see shades like that referred to as Victorian. No, really didn't have shades like that in the Victorian era. But I do want to tell you, I'm going to be selling 2 shades. I bought these 2 shades. These are reproduction shades. I'll bring this one in. I'm not selling them tonight, but I'll bring this in and let you see it a little closer. And if I can think of it, I'll maybe try to find some links for you. There are quality reproduction 20s shades specifically for bridge lamps. They're pricey. That is too large for a bridge lamp, but this is very typical of what you'd see in the 1920s, and sometimes they're even more colorful than this. This is a floor lamp from that era. I have 2 of these and they're matching. So I'm going to be selling these. I don't know exactly when, but it's silk. These are all glass beads. This is glass as they were in the 1920s. You know, and I say silk. I mean, I'm not going to quibble over what the material is, but they actually did have shades like this.
Could be a quality polyester.
Could be. But these shades are not old, as I said. And I've got 2 of them, identical matching shades, and they're perfect for a floor lamp. It would fit on a bridge, but the bridge lamp shades are going to hang. They can be angled to hang this way, and this is just a little too big. Pardon my sweatpants. I know I'm not really matching tonight, but I wasn't expecting for you to, you know, see what I had on down below. But someone asked, these will be for sale at some point. I don't even know if I brought the other one in from the car. So just go on, do an internet search for 1920s lampshades, reproduction bridge lampshades, and you'll see they are beautiful and they can be expensive. So thank you for the question about that. And let's get out of there. And I guess we'll end with that. You're welcome. I don't really feel like I was that much help to you, but I appreciate you asking. Okay, David, thank you. Go eat. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. It was a lot of fun.
You're welcome. My pleasure. The chance to imbibe in a little limoncello.
Ooh, looks like a raw egg. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.